Afternoon Express. Now, Dumi, Michael, welcome back to the show. How are you feeling next to this queen?
I'm getting my chance. I can't let Jay shine by himself, guys. There has to be. If we're celebrating here and we're having all things fun and color, I want to be involved. And yes, I didn't get the memo, but I also tried, you know.
With the glitz in the eyes.
I must also shine.
Coming through?
Thank you.
A 10 out of 10?
It's a 9. I mean, it could have been more, but I'll give you that.
My personality will make up
9.
for that one.
That's what I'm talking about. Now, social media, we also want you to get a 10 out of 10 here as we do celebrate Pride City. Happy Pride Month to all. So who do you look up to in the LGBTQI plus community? Make sure you use that hashtag Afternoon Express in all of your comments. Look, the stoves are not even hot on and your girl is already hot. I am already sweating. So let's get cooking. If you are looking for a great value recipe and a meal that packs a flavor punch, then look no further than our EXCELLA chicken and rice bake. Not only is this meal perfect for a family of 4, but it also is a one-pot wonder, meaning
less dishes. Meaning, Maxine, that if you were to make this, you don't have to worry about you having a performance and you need 3 hours and you have to be sitting on the stove worrying about this dish. All you do is literally plop everything into one dish, bake that baby up. You're ready in 3 hours, call everyone, have dinner, out. Performance.
I think that's what all of us need as queens. This is going to be the meal.
All right,
this is the meal.
You did mention to us that you and your cooking skills are on the rise. Let's call it that, on the rise. So I will ask you just to help me by cutting up some of our veggies for us.
Perfect.
And then they'll just go into the dish for us. While you cut that up, I'm going to get started on the actual dish. We are making a rice and veg bake. And in celebration of Pride Month, what we've done is we spoke about leftover donuts previously. Now I'm talking about leftover ingredients and veggies and whatever else you might have in your fridge. This is the perfect recipe for that. And to start it off, I've got some chicken here that I marinated overnight. We've got different flavors in here, Maxine. I've got some yogurt that's in here. I've also got some chutney, some curry, so whatever spices or flavors you might actually like. I'm not sure if you're a spicy girl, if you're on the sweeter side.
I'm a spicy girl.
You are.
And not just in her flavor profile. She's spicy too.
Honey, spice it up.
Spice it up. So what we're going to do is we've marinated our chicken. Now that it's been, I always suggest to marinate it overnight just to get all those flavors into there.
Yes.
And now we're going to start frying it up. And I'm using a griddle pan just so I can get those beautiful lines. As you can see, the chicken over there, it's got that beautiful char marks, but then it's also still cooked through. And obviously to make sure that we're getting it to the right color and that beautiful charred color, I'm using our EXCELLA oil. And Maxine, I'm not too sure, you did say you don't spend a lot of time in the kitchen, but if you're looking for an oil that is literally makhona zonke, we're talking about the EXCELLA oil. It fries, it bakes, it sautés, it yonkinto. That's basically what it can do. So you invest in this. It is neutral, so it doesn't impart any flavor. Instead, it enhances the flavors of whatever you're making.
Sickening.
Interesting, eh?
That's the one.
That's the one.
She's the girl.
And I mean, Maxine, I know Tumi's literally using one of my favorite cuts from a chicken, which is a thigh.
Yeah?
Is a thigh good for this recipe, or could you go for a breast?
Any type of cut of chicken would work here, but I also do suggest if you're going to be doing bakes that go into the oven, try and stick to the chicken pieces that have the bone in, just to keep that moisture and retain that softness and juiciness in the meat.
Stunning. Now, Tumi, we have been speaking to our guest Maxine and Jay when he was in the kitchen earlier about all things Pride. Now, what does Pride mean to you as an ally?
You know, I'm glad you're asking this because it's some of the things I think about, and you touched on it when you're talking about coming out. More than anything, it's not necessarily for me about coming out, but rather about owning it, about being your true self. And that's why I'm loving the fact that we must discontinue that logic, that vocab of coming out, rather just be your full self. And I think a lot of people don't like the kindness that you were talking about being kind to people in different communities, whether it is the LGBTQI, whether it is autism, people with disabilities. All of that starts from a place of kindness. If you are kind and understanding to all of that, then you will be more sensitive to them and their sufferings. But coming back to our recipe, I'm
yes, girl.
a whole lot.
Got you.
Coming back to the recipe here, our chicken is cooking down, but it's not just one of the elements. We're also making rice. It's a chicken and rice bake. So into this now, I'm going to start adding our EXCELLA rice, which is basically going to cook in the stock in the oven with everything else as well. So most people like to cook their rice and then cook their chicken. I'm saying faka yonke into one pan, pot. goeie. So EXCELLA rice, I'm going to add this just into our bake over here. It cooks light and fluffy every single time. You literally 1 cup gives you 2 portions, 2 servings. So it is great to know that a little goes a long way. And I mean, just like your performances, it's about everyone together. It's about making sure everyone that's there enjoys. So even with EXCELLA, it always is better together. So I'm just going to add our rice into this. And then add more stock, and then this baby goes into the oven to cook for at least 45 hours to an hour, just until your chicken is cooked.
45 minutes
45 minutes.
to an hour. Listen, that's as long as Maxine takes to do her face. So at the end of the day, Jay.
Face done, food on the table.
And to me, at the end of the day here, we are also keeping it healthy, making sure that we are getting those vegetables in. So what vegetable did you decide to go
Right,
for?
so we're choosing to go with the patty pans and the baby marrow right now. And these are softer veggies, which we'd normally put in at the very end or maybe in the last 5 minutes of the cooking. So if you're going into something like this that takes a while, go with your harder veggies like your potatoes and your carrots and stuff like that. Add them from the beginning. But if you're using your baby marrows, your patty pans, cook everything the last 5 minutes, then add the rest of the veggies. And Bob's your uncle.
Bob's your uncle. Would you see yourself trying this at home?
I'm definitely going to try it. Definitely.
I love that.
Quick
And if you want to try this at home, South Africa, simply head over to afternoonexpress.co.za for the full ingredients list. Dumi, happy Pride Month.